exciting stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Green Bay Packers. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And off we go from Lambeau. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. A first carry for the all-pro running back. It's Josh Jacobs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Here we go, set. Yellow.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready. Black 40. Black Ultra. Yellow. Go. Set. Go.
Love. He'll try and do this himself. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the first. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out, but his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Set. Ready.
Now Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Set, hut. Ready.
Love now. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing. Love. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled it well.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Bradley Chubb in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, we've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all. And they
touchdown! Savion Williams, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They begin with a run by Davis. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit and makes them a little bit less confident.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. 20. 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Ty Johnson, 48 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from drawing level. Boy, a lot of space outside the numbers there, and he's able to take that toss all the way to the end zone.
And that certainly felt like something they had studied on tape and wanted to test here early in the ball game. They thought they could get wide on these guys, and they thought it was worth taking a chance with this play call here in the first quarter. Definitely paid off in a big way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 7-7, our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Love looking to throw it. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's Love. A complete once again to Watson. Fighting his way through contact. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A give up the middle to Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes the philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. That'll be incomplete. Dipping into the bag of tricks there, but it does not work out, and it's 4th down now. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Fielded just inside the 30. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Quick slant to Watson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ready?
To throw now. Here's Love. Hard throw, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Okay.
Well, how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. He'll try to do it himself. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From midfield, here's Allen. They'll set up the screen with Davis. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Here's Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Allen. Now he's going to step up and run. This is caught. And the Bills are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Get him! What's that?
They'll try to run this one in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Allen now on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And running with power here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen getting this ball out wide for Davis. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Bills first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Buffalo.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
Let's see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's complete with Zay Flowers with it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down on second and right at a yard. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Going back to Love. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And Love is going to slide down and pick up the first. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Set, ready. 10 black. Set.
To try again after the sack. Love. That's taken in by Kraft. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 35 yards. And the Packers have moved out in front. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay. Right.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Short throw, he's got Kraft. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Love. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by McManus is good. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Allen now looks to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. From the gun, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go.
Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
Now Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Ready. Set.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Down. Ready.
Here's Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Ready.
Love throwing for it. And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try.
Bills 14. Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. This is 1st and 10. Allen. His throw, a good one, and it's caught. And he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Allen. He's got Johnson. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. To throw is Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. This is caught inside the 15. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Here's 1st and goal. Throwing, Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete. Now dipping into the bag of tricks there. But it does not work out, and it's 4th down now. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1 and one of our early window games here in Week 1.